All right, so leave it up to a man like Anthony to come up back again with these base scenarios, like the scenarios that when make no sense at all. And okay, let's go.
Have you ever talked to a man like me? No,
Yeah.
I'm not being arrogant or anything. I'm talking about like when you were in school. Did you talk to a guy like me, the guy who, did his work and, was focused?
Again, this doesn't make sense because a guy like you saying what? Ah, look, the same guy that Anthony is describing as himself would be a guy like myself who does them work as well and concentrate, but we're still not a jerk though. So I'm not quite certain what he's talking about.
No, I didn't.
Why?
Because you're weird, dude. Like you're extremely weird. What do you mean? Why you shouldn't talk to a guy like you? Because you're weird. You don't have the level of tact about you at all. You don't know when to relax. Uh, I don't think he means a guy who didn't work and concentrate because that's a whole different type of guy. It seems like he's socially awkward, actually.
Honestly, Aunt, because guys like you carried an invisible gavel in their pockets and you judged everybody. Because guys like you thought you were better than everybody. Because you did get the good grades and you dressed nice and you, yeah. And no, I didn't fool with y'all because you were always judging everybody.
Well, I mean, when you work hard, and you sacrifice so much, you got a right to put your shoulders back when you walk.
All right, let me stop him right there. So I don't know what he's talking about. I think when she say a guy like Anthony, I think she's talking about a guy who made some money, right? And is using the money to compensate for their lack of social, you what you call it now, gifting, the ability to speak to other people, the ability to have conversation. I think that's what she's talking about. Because if you're just talking about pure schoolwork, a guy like Anthony would also be a guy like me. But me also easy to talk to, me easy to get along with. I might joke around, I might have fun, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to just sit down and be judging it all the way without having a reason as to why I'm going to do that. And by the way, I'm not going to hold anybody up at all. So I think she's mentioning a guy like Anthony who have some money and is you, and that is his prowess to fame and him claim to fame.
No, Anthony, that's that's not even God-like. God talks about humility and being humble because you didn't give you your smarts. God did. But that's what I'm talking about right there. Walking with your shoulders back. Hockey high and mighty. Yeah, that's not what I was attracted to, Anthony.
But I never judged you. I know it may seem like I have, but I never judged you. How could I judge you and all the stuff that I've done?
Yeah, but you bring up the Wayne thing, so it must mean that you've been judging her, though. Honestly, she gonna feel judged because after a period of time of bringing it up, it makes no sense. It really is judgmental because you're using the same thing, the same fat for fryer every single time. And of all the persons in the world, you shouldn't be frying her with any fats at all because the truth is, you have Shayla underneath your covers or something. So that's why it don't make no sense at all. That's why I'm saying guys like him, I think when them say guys like Anthony, they're talking about a man who no one wanted around, right? But he got some money, and ever since him get the money, he start turning into this real jerk. I think that's what they're talking about.
And for that, I'm sorry.
You know what, Anthony? It was guys like you that wanted the girl who was popular and smart and beautiful, but you couldn't get her. And you're always sorry, aren't you? Always sorry.
Nice. You move off from him. Again, possibly. That's why I said it could be that what's going on with Anthony is that Anthony is one of those guys that just don't have. He never had that presence with girls and never had that much luck with girls. So now him grow older, he has some amount of money, work very, very hard, and then get this money. And by the way, you have women like this too, by the way. For their thing is getting like degrees or they might get a whole pile of bag and so them try to see if them can exert that on a male. But we're talking about Anthony, so let's keep it from the male perspective. So a man like Anthony, he's never really seen much action. So when he grows older and him get all of this money, him become this big jerk because him think the world was doing him a disservice, not really understanding that all it really was just that you need to be more socially, active. You needed to understand exactly where your thing lied and who was looking toward you. Because a lot of guys who say that they are what you call now ladies men really are only dealing with ladies who are dealing with them. That's really and truly what they care about. It's not really anything else. But I think that a man like Anthony misinterpret that and then take it into mean something different. But again, hey, I guess you school him again, and I'm happy that you school him one more time again because hey, she's doing the right thing. She doing the right thing at this point in time. She has school him. I'm love it. You know what? Give me a take. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to you all soon.